Again this year, millions of motorists will have battery difficulties because they rarely think of having their battery checked until they're in trouble. They forget the battery is a perishable item that needs regular checking and maintenance. Neglecting the battery can lead to some pretty rough situations. For instance, this speedy service truck doesn't look so speedy today. Someone neglected this battery just once too often. Or this driver, who is going to be late for work because his battery let him down. He doesn't look very happy. Looks as if this situation could lead to an assault because of a dead battery. Now, through a new, fast, accurate battery testing procedure developed by Delco-Remy, you can protect your customers from these unfortunate situations. You can quickly detect either worn-out batteries that need to be replaced before failure occurs, or discharged batteries that need to be recharged. Remember that either charging or replacing batteries means a quick way to extra profits. National surveys show that almost 1 of every 2 batteries in use today will be replaced during the next 12 months. What a market potential through the sale of Delco dry charge batteries right in your own area. Finding either defective batteries that need replacing or discharged batteries that need recharging before trouble occurs will pay off in goodwill and in dollars and cents, too. Now, with this in mind, we bring you Delco-Remy's new battery testing procedure called the light load test. It's an accurate, simple, and quick check that can be made on a battery in the vehicle and with a minimum of time and equipment. With this new test, here's all you have to do. First, visually inspect the battery for a cracked case, broken cell covers, or signs of serious abuse. If any one of these conditions is found, testing is unnecessary. The battery should be replaced. If it passes the visual inspection, then place an electrical load on the battery by cranking the engine for 3 seconds. If it starts, turn the ignition off immediately. Now, turn the headlights on low beam for 1 minute. The cranking load and the headlight load condition the battery, so an accurate voltage comparison test can be made between cells. After 1 minute, and with lights still on, check the individual cell voltages of the battery with an expanded scale voltmeter. To get correct voltage readings of the cell being checked, place the positive voltmeter prod on the positive side, and naturally, the negative prod on the negative side. When all cells read above 1.95 volts, and the difference between the highest and lowest cell reading is less than 0.05 of a volt, the battery is good. However, when 1 or more cells read less than 1.95 volts, the battery requires charging to assure satisfactory battery performance. When 1 or more cells register 1.95 volts or more, but there is a difference of 0.05 of a volt or more between the highest and lowest cell, the battery is defective and should be replaced. When all cells are less than 1.95 volts, the battery cannot be tested accurately. Incidentally, failure of meter to register on any cell does not necessarily indicate a defective battery. Add water if necessary, and give the battery a boost charge. Boost charge 12-volt passenger car and light truck batteries for 20 minutes at a rate of 50 amps, or a total of 1,000 ampere minutes. All other batteries, either 6 or 12 volt, should be boost charged for 30 minutes at 60 amps, or 1,800 ampere minutes. However, if your charger will not equal these rates, charge for an equal number of ampere minutes at the best rate available. For instance, 40 minutes at 25 amps for passenger car and light truck applications, or for 1 hour at 30 amps for all others. For test purposes, do not exceed these limits. After boost charging, repeat the light load test, including cranking and headlight loads. If the battery then proves good, fully recharge it to ensure the customer top battery performance. Well, there you have it, the Delco-Remy light load test. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. 1, high uniform readings tell you the battery is good, but may need recharging. 2, high non-uniform readings tell you the battery needs replacing. And 3, low readings show the battery needs boost charging before it can be tested accurately. Then testing will show the need for either a new battery or a full charge. The few minutes you spend making the light load test can be mighty valuable. They can add up to more service business through satisfied customers, greater profit from increased battery sales, and more battery charges. And remember, this fast, accurate battery test will take care of all but a very few of your customers. And now, for those of you who are interested in becoming the battery expert in your area, let's see just what it takes to service those few batteries that may need further testing to determine their condition. For instance, some batteries from cars, trucks, tractors, or boats in storage become discharged due to long periods of inactivity. These may require a second boost charge to increase voltage sufficiently for accurate testing. However, if voltage does not come up after the second boost, the battery should be replaced. When it's necessary to check batteries out of a vehicle, place a 150 amp load on the battery for 3 seconds. This takes the place of the cranking load. The light load resistance of 10 amps placed across the battery terminals will serve as the headlights. Now make your cell voltage comparison test just as we discussed it earlier. Occasionally, you'll find a battery that tests good by the light load test, but which fails to perform satisfactorily in service. At this point, the old pro will naturally suspect that one of 3 conditions exists. The battery is either worn out from old age, was improperly activated, or got improper servicing after activation. Now, to determine which of these 3 conditions exists, remove the battery from the car and give it a full charge. To fully charge a battery, first, make sure the electrolyte is up to the split ring by adding water. Then, for best results, the battery should be slow charged at a rate of 5 amps. However, if a fast charger is used, taper the charge rate, reducing it to a safe limit when the electrolyte temperature reaches 125 degrees Fahrenheit or when gassing becomes excessive. Failure to do so may harm the battery. The battery is fully charged when gravity readings of all cells do not increase when checked with a hydrometer at 3 one-hour intervals, and all cells are gassing freely. If the specific gravities at full charge range between 1230 and 1310, the battery is ready for use. Variations between cells within this range do not indicate a defective battery. All the battery needed was a full charge. If the specific gravity at full charge is less than 1230 in any cell, the battery has either been improperly activated or it is worn out, and in either case will give poor performance. However, when the specific gravity is above 1310, the battery has either been filled with electrolyte of too high specific gravity or electrolyte has been added in place of water. Either situation is harmful to the battery and will cause early failure. Now, when checking a battery or installing a new one, make sure the hold down is properly tightened. A loose battery can be damaged through excessive vibration. However, too tight a hold down can result in cracking the battery case. Check the cables for deterioration especially the hot one. Cables should be cleaned or replaced if necessary. Petroleum jelly on the cable clamps will aid in preventing corrosion. Always make sure the battery is clean. A dirty battery can be a real troublemaker. Wipe away any surface corrosion or moisture. With vent caps in place, use a soda and water solution to neutralize any electrolyte on top of the battery. Then flush with clean water and dry the surface. Regular checks on the electrolyte level in your customer's batteries should be made, and water, not acid, added until the proper level is reached. The importance of keeping the electrolyte to the proper level can't be overemphasized. Now a word about new batteries. Probably the best known advancement in this field in recent years is the Delco Dry Charge. Dry charge batteries bring extra profits to the retailers who sell them and extra benefits to the public who buys them. The customer always gets a 100% fresh battery full of power. When replacing a battery, be sure the new Delco Dry Charge is at least equal in capacity to the one being replaced. You do yourself and your customer a disservice if you sell him a battery that will not properly handle his power requirements. The Delco Dry Charge, if protected from moisture, will retain its charged condition indefinitely. You take the final step in bringing this battery to life by adding electrolyte to activate it. Proper activation of a dry charge battery is very important to good battery performance and long life. Be sure that you use 1265 specific gravity electrolyte and fill each cell to the split ring. When the weather is below freezing, the battery should be given a quick boost. This is also true when the temperature is under 60 degrees in the area where the battery and/or the electrolyte has been stored. Quick boost 12-volt batteries for 10 minutes at 15 amps and 6-volt and 12-volt heavy-duty batteries for 10 minutes at 30 amps. This will give sufficient voltage for normal operation until it can be fully charged by the generator. Several minutes after you have activated the battery, again check the electrolyte level. If necessary, add electrolyte, not water, to bring the level to the split ring. After a dry charge battery is put into service, it becomes a wet battery, and only water should be added in subsequent servicing. By the way, for your customer's protection, be sure to date code the battery. When installing any battery in a vehicle, always connect the ground cable last. Now, start the car and check the charge voltage. If the generator and regulator are operating according to the manufacturer's specifications, you can assure your customer that his new battery is receiving sufficient voltage to keep it properly charged. But this is only the beginning. We should make clear to this customer, in fact to all our customers, that the electrolyte level should be checked periodically. It's well for us to remember that the dealer who checks every battery as a routine customer service and includes the light load test at regular intervals will greatly step up his share of new battery sales and the profitable charging business. By helping each customer get full value from his battery, your reputation as the battery expert is bound to grow, and profitable sales will grow right along with it. Starting with Delco.